Hello guys. Celine did her best to move forward with her life after this unimaginable trauma. But sadly, it didn't take long before her own health issues started interfering with her plans. In 2019, shortly after her ear surgery, she returned to her Vegas residency, but she was once again forced to cancel her shows due to severe and persistent muscle spasms. Celine shared a statement on Instagram apologizing to her fans again, and wrote, "I'm heartbroken by this. My team and I have been working on our show for the past 8 months, and to not be able to open this November saddens me beyond words." And for the next couple of years, Celine continued to battle strange symptoms until the family received a devastating diagnosis: a rare neurological disease called stiff person syndrome, or SPS. So I did a bit of research, and from what I gathered, the scientists still don't understand what causes SPS. However, research indicates that it is the result of an autoimmune response gone awry in the brain and spinal cord. This disease affects twice as many women as men, and it is often associated with other autoimmune diseases, such as type 1 diabetes, thyroid disease, vitiligo, celiac, and pernicious anemia. It is also notoriously difficult to diagnose, and its symptoms are often wrongly confused with Parkinson's disease, MS, or anxiety and phobia. And while symptoms can be kept under control in some patients, sadly, there is no cure for SPS, and individuals diagnosed with this condition can live between 6 to 28 years from the onset of symptoms. On December 8, 2022, Celine addressed her fans in a moving video and revealed she had been diagnosed with SPS, which left her unable to walk properly and use her vocal cords. "I've been dealing with problems with my health for a long time, and it's been really difficult for me to face these challenges and to talk about everything that I've been going through. Recently, I have been diagnosed with a very rare neurological disorder called stiff person syndrome." Celine also revealed that SPS had been causing all the weird symptoms that she had been dealing with for years, and she described how the horrific muscle spasms have affected all aspects of her life, including her ability to sing. "Unfortunately, these spasms affect every aspect of my daily life, sometimes causing difficulties when I walk and not allowing me to use my vocal cords in the way I'm used to." Celine broke down while telling fans that she wouldn't be able to continue with her tour, and it was so heartbreaking to hear this, knowing that besides her children, the only thing that gave Celine the strength to carry on after losing her husband and brother was her love of music and performing. "It hurts me to tell you today that this means I won't be ready to restart my tour in Europe in February." Celine promised her fans she would do everything in her power to recover and regain her ability to sing for them live. However, she also admitted that it's been very difficult, and you could tell that she knew even then that the chances of her performing again were very low. "I'm working hard with my sports medicine therapist every day to build back my strength and my ability to perform again, but I have to admit it's been a struggle." And while Celine said she has hope, she's on the road to recovery, we just received devastating news from Celine's sister Claudette, who revealed that Celine's condition is now impossible to control, and there's nothing that the doctors can do anymore. In an exclusive interview from Hello Canada, Claudette said that Celine is a strong woman, and she's still doing everything to recover, but sadly, the prognosis is not good. "It's an illness we know so little about. There are spasms, they're impossible to control. You know how people often jump up in the night because of a cramp in the leg or in the calf? It's a bit like that, but in all muscles." Claudette also shared that these debilitating symptoms are no longer treatable and said, "There's little we can do to support her, to alleviate her pain." But Celine's family is still not losing hope and said they're all crossing their fingers that researchers will find a remedy for this awful illness. Claudette also said that besides her family, Celine also finds comfort in knowing there are so many people all over the world who love her and who are hoping they will get to hear her sing live again. They love Celine not only for the voice she has, but also for the human being she is, for the woman she has become, for the mother she has become. We love her for the person she is, we sure do. And we're joining all the fans who are now leaving comments of support on social media and sharing just how devastated they were to hear that Celine is dealing with so much pain. Like this one fan wrote, Celine Dion is an icon. It's heart-wrenching that she's been diagnosed with this one-in-a-million condition. I hope they find treatments that keep her comfortable. Her career has been massive, her voice is among the greatest of all time, and her kind heart and one-of-a-kind personality have endeared her to millions of people for decades. She doesn't deserve this. She is also a fighter, and I hope she gets better ASAP. And another fan said, I pray for a miracle, and I truly hope she knows how loved she is by all of us. Celine Dion's voice and singing got me through a lot of good and bad times in my life. Dear God, please comfort her and take away her pain. Give her and her family strength to get through this. Heal our Celine Dion. To be honest with you guys, this is one of the saddest things I've heard in a while. And it really makes you think how life is unfair. That someone like Celine, who's brought joy to so many people with her songs, has now had this ability taken away from her in such a cruel way. But let me know what you think about this and share your messages for Celine in the comments. Keep Celine in your prayers, and let's keep our fingers crossed that a miracle will happen, and that Celine will get back on stage one day. Another thing I want to point out is the age difference. Now, Joe is 7 years older than Sophie, which obviously is not a massive age gap, and there's nothing wrong with it when both people are adults. But you have to keep in mind that 27-year-old Joe started dating Sophie when she was around 19 or 20, and while obviously she wasn't a minor, she had 2 babies before the age of 25, which can be a lot considering that your brain isn't even fully developed until late 20s. And there's also the fact that Joe has a very problematic history of going after young, immature girls. As one fan pointed out, Joe Jonas asked Gigi Hadid out when she was just 13 years old. He was 19. He dated Demi Lovato when Demi was 17. He was 20. He started dating Sophie Turner when she was 19. He was 26. He married her when she was 23 and made her a stay-at-home wife. Now he started a smear campaign against Sophie. And another fan kind of summed up my thoughts on this whole situation, saying, I don't give an F about the Sophie Turner-Joe Jonas divorce, but I would like to point out that Joe Jonas tried to date Gigi Hadid when she was just 13 years old. He was an adult by then. He dated her 5 years later at 18. So just FYI, since he's smearing the mother of his children. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.